Hello, and welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we take a whole load of information, really sort through it, and we'll pull out the most important bits for you.
The real nuggets of knowledge.
Exactly. And today we're tackling something huge, something that affects, well, millions of people worldwide: English fluency. You know, if you've ever wished you could just chat more naturally, or maybe travel without feeling awkward, or get that international study placement, or really perform well in an English-speaking job.
Yeah, the core challenge often boils down to that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Speaking smoothly, confidently.
Without constantly searching for words or overthinking every single phrase.
Right.
If you get that knot in your stomach when it's your turn to speak English, or you just feel frustrated trying to find the right words, well, this deep dive is definitely for you.
Absolutely. Our mission today really is to unpack this whole idea of English fluency. We want to move past the common ideas, the myths that can actually stop you from progressing.
Yeah, the things that hold you back.
Exactly. And we're going to lay out some simple but really powerful strategies, actionable tips that can genuinely change how you approach speaking English.
Think of it as your shortcut, maybe, getting you well-informed on this crucial skill.
Yeah, a shortcut to understanding it properly. And right away, something our sources make really clear, and this might surprise you: fluency is not about being perfect at all.
That really flips the script, doesn't it? Because so many learners think, I have to be flawless before I even try.
That quest for perfection.
But the sources, they actually show that chasing perfection triggers this kind of anxiety in the brain. It actually stops the language flowing naturally.
Performance anxiety, yeah. You get stuck monitoring yourself instead of just communicating.
Right. So instead of letting it flow, you're caught in this critical loop.
Yeah.
But true fluency, it seems, happens when you let go of that, when you just allow yourself to communicate.
It's about confidence. It's about practice,
Yeah.
consistently.
Speaking without being scared, understanding others, making real connections. That distinction right at the start feels so important to grasp.
It really is.
Yeah.
And think about the impact. Our sources talk about fluency as a key, a key that genuinely opens doors.
Like what kind of doors?
Well, imagine making friends internationally, easily navigating new cities when you travel, maybe landing that job you really want.
Or just enjoying movies, books in the original English without needing subtitles or translations all the time.
Exactly. It's a kind of freedom, really. English fluency gives you that. It broadens your world in so many ways.
And that's what we want to help you unlock today. But let's set expectations, right? This isn't some magic bullet, no overnight fix.
No, definitely not. It's a journey.
A step-by-step journey using proven strategies. And you don't need to move abroad. You don't need to study 10 hours a day.
Or even have a teacher, necessarily.
What you really need is the right mindset, the right approach, and that consistent practice we mentioned. And I'm genuinely excited to show you exactly how our sources suggest you do that.
Me too. Let's get into it.
Okay, so let's really unpack fluency. Because, like we hinted, it's so often misunderstood.
Massively.
Learners think it means speaking super fast, using big, fancy words all the time.
Or having a perfect, quote-unquote, native accent.
Yeah. But the sources are clear. That's just not it. Fluency isn't speed. It's not about perfection in that sense. It's actually much more practical.
And more achievable, frankly.
So, if it's not those things...
Yeah.
What is it? What's the real definition we should be working with?
That's the key question. Fluency really means being able to speak comfortably, naturally, without hesitating too much.
So expressing your ideas, keeping a conversation going.
Exactly. Without constantly stopping to hunt for a word or getting stuck trying to build every sentence perfectly in your head.
Okay.
Think about your native language. Do you always speak fast? Use complex words constantly. Never make mistakes.
Of course not. I pause, I correct myself, sometimes forget a word.
Right. Everyone does. But the crucial thing is you keep going. You maintain the flow. And that ability to keep going despite little stumbles, that's the heart of fluency.
Maintaining the flow, not being flawless.
Precisely.
That's a great way to put it. It takes a lot of the pressure off immediately. And this leads to another really important distinction the sources highlight. Fluency versus accuracy.
Ah, yes, vital.
We often mix them up, don't we? But why is separating them so important? And what exactly is accuracy here?
Okay, so accuracy is about using correct grammar, pronouncing words precisely, always picking the exact right word. It's important, obviously. You need to be understood.
Sure.
But our sources stress it's separate from fluency, and sometimes focusing too much on accuracy actually gets in the way of fluency.
How so? Can you give an example?
Yeah, imagine learner A speaks very slowly, very deliberately. Every word is grammatically perfect, pronunciation spot on. They think through every sentence, check every rule in their head.
Okay, sounds careful.
Very careful. But they struggle to have a natural conversation because they stop so often. Now think about learner B. Speaks naturally, confidently, keeps the conversation flowing, maybe makes a small grammar mistake here and there, or stumbles on a word occasionally.
Okay.
But they keep talking. They communicate effectively.
So, who's more fluent? Learner A, the perfect but slow one, or learner B, the natural one with minor errors?
According to our sources, definitely learner B. And this is the core insight, the big takeaway. Fluency is more important than perfection for communication.
Wow. That really is counterintuitive for a lot of people, I think.
It is. The goal isn't to be a walking grammar rule book. It's about being understood,
Yeah.
expressing yourself with confidence, making those connections.
I've seen so many people fall into that trap. I've done it myself, trying so hard to be perfect that you just freeze.
Exactly.
So the advice here is huge. Don't wait until you think your English is perfect. Just start speaking now. Practice now. Fluency comes from doing, not from waiting for perfection.
That's absolutely spot on. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good, or in this case, the enemy of fluent.
And speaking of things that hold people back, let's tackle some common myths, these ideas that float around about fluency that can really stop you before you even start.
Yeah, these myths set the wrong expectations, create unnecessary barriers. Let's bust them.
All right, I'm ready. What's myth number one?
Myth number one. I need to memorize tons and tons of vocabulary to be fluent.
The endless word lists.
Exactly. The truth, you don't need thousands of obscure words. Think about it. Native speakers in daily chat, they mostly use a pretty small set of common, simple words.
Really?
Yeah. The real power comes from learning useful phrases and sentences, how words work together, not just isolated words from a giant dictionary.
So it challenges that old school rote memorization idea.
Completely. The research shows mastering high-frequency words and how they pair up naturally, those collocations, unlocks a huge chunk of real-world conversation ability. Much more effective.
Okay, collocations. Can you quickly explain that for anyone not familiar?
Sure. Collocations are just words that naturally sound right together. Word partnerships. Like, we make a decision, not do a decision.
Right. Or take a photo, not make a photo.
Exactly. Learning these ready-made chunks is way more efficient than single words. It's like having pre-built language blocks. It reduces the mental effort, the cognitive load.
So your brain doesn't have to build every sentence from scratch, brick by brick.
Precisely. You've got these shortcuts, make speech more automatic. Much faster, much more natural.
That makes a lot of sense. It frees up brain power. Okay, what's the next myth?
Myth number two. I need a perfect accent to be fluent.
Another big source of anxiety for many learners.
Huge. But the truth is, fluency is about being understood, not sounding like a native speaker from London or New York or wherever.
So my own accent isn't necessarily a barrier.
Not at all. Think about it. English is global. There are countless fluent speakers with diverse accents. That's part of its richness. What matters is clear articulation so people understand you. Don't stress about eliminating your accent. Focus on clarity.
That's got to be a massive relief for people listening. Your identity isn't something to erase.
Absolutely not.
Okay, so we don't need perfect accents. What about location? People always talk about immersion. Does that mean you have to live abroad?
That's myth number three. I need to live in an English-speaking country.
For a long time, yeah, that was kind of the assumption.
The gold standard.
But now, with the internet, you can become incredibly fluent from anywhere. Podcasts, TV, online language partners, making friends online.
You can build your own immersion bubble.
Exactly. The key isn't your postcode. It's consistent exposure and consistent practice. Geography is no longer the barrier it once was.
That's really empowering. Opens up possibilities for everyone. Okay, what about speed? People feel pressured to talk fast, right? Like speed equals fluency.
Myth number 4. Fluency means speaking fast. Nope. Fluency means speaking naturally and clearly. Some people naturally talk faster, some slower, even in their native language.
Speed isn't the benchmark. Clarity and confidence are what matter. Trying to force yourself to speak too fast often leads to more mistakes and less clarity anyway.
So quality over quantity, or clarity over speed.
You got it.
And the last one. I hear this a lot from older learners, that feeling of, it's too late for me.
Myth number 5. I'm too old to become fluent. This is really damaging, but the truth is fantastic. It is never too late.
Really? Even if you're starting later in life?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, kids' brains might acquire language differently, but adults, we bring focus, motivation, life experience, existing learning skills. People achieve fluency in their 40s, 50s, 60s, even older. Age is not the barrier. Practice and motivation are.
That's brilliant. So inspiring. Okay, so we've busted the myth. We know what fluency isn't. Let's talk about what it looks like. How can you tell if someone is fluent, and how can you measure your own progress?
Good question. There are definite signs. A fluent speaker understands spoken English pretty easily, right?
Yeah.
Without mentally translating every single word. They respond naturally in conversations. They don't stop constantly to think about grammar. They can explain their ideas, share opinions.
And they seem confident.
Yes, confidence is key. They speak comfortably, even if they know they might make a mistake. And that's crucial. Fluent speakers still make mistakes.
That's worth repeating. Mistakes are okay.
Absolutely okay. It's part of learning. The difference is, fluent speakers don't let mistakes stop them. They keep going. They see errors as learning moments.
Such a relief. Takes the pressure off chasing that impossible perfection. So if someone listening wants to kind of gauge where they are now, how can they do a quick self-check?
Yeah, our sources offer a great little self-assessment tool. 5 simple questions you can ask yourself.
Okay, let's hear them.
1. Can I understand English conversations without translating in my head? 2. Can I respond naturally to questions without thinking too much?
Okay.
3. Can I explain my ideas and opinions in English?
Right.
4. Can I have a conversation for, say, 5 or 10 minutes without stopping too much?
Good benchmark.
And 5. Do I feel comfortable speaking English, even if I make mistakes?
Okay, those are really clear indicators. So if you're listening and answering yes to some of those,
Fantastic. You're definitely on the right track. You've already built some fluency.
and if you're answering not yet to most,
Don't worry. Seriously, don't get discouraged. Fluency takes time. These questions are just a way to track your progress, see where you are now, and the steps we're about to cover will help you turn those not yets into confident yeses.
excellent. The journey starts now. Let's get into those strategies.
Let's do it.
All right, this is the core of it. We know what fluency is, what it isn't. Now, how do we actually get there? Because it can feel overwhelming, right? Where do you even start?
Totally. People try to do everything at once and get lost.
Yeah.
But we've broken it down. 5 powerful, practical strategies you can start using today. Consistently follow these, and you will see results.
Okay, strategy number 1.
Step 1, listen, listen, listen. Foundational. Absolutely essential.
And yet, you said it's a common mistake? Not listening enough?
Huge mistake. People jump to speaking, but without strong listening skills, speaking is always a struggle. Think about babies learning their first language.
They just listen for ages first, don't they?
Exactly. Months, maybe over a year, just absorbing sounds, rhythm, intonation, meaning before they speak. Their brains are building this huge database.
So we need to do the same with English. Build that internal database through listening.
Precisely. The more you listen, the more your brain gets used to English sounds, sentence structures, common phrases. It makes speaking so much easier later because you have that foundation.
Makes total sense. So what should people be listening to? What kind of stuff works best?
Lots of options. English podcasts, like this one.
Shameless plug.
Yeah. Audiobooks are great. Maybe start with simpler ones or ones you already know the story of. Movies, TV shows, fantastic for immersion. Start with English subtitles if you need them, then try without. YouTube videos, tons of stuff there. Learning channels, vlogs, anything you're interested in. And try to listen to real conversations if you can. Observe native speakers interacting. That authentic flow is golden.
It's a good range. But just having it on in the background isn't enough, is it? Needs to be active listening.
Exactly right. Active listening is key. Practice consistently, even just 10-15 minutes daily. Focus on understanding the meaning from the context. Try hard not to translate word for word in your head.
Right.
Listen to the same thing more than once. Repetition helps you catch things you missed, internalize pronunciation, and try this shadowing technique.
Shadowing. What's that again exactly?
You listen to a short phrase or sentence and immediately repeat it aloud, trying to copy the speaker's pronunciation, rhythm, intonation perfectly.
Like being their echo.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It really connects listening input to your speaking muscles. Do this daily, and your brain starts recognizing patterns naturally. Speaking flows easier, language seeps in.
Okay, listening is the foundation, which leads us logically to step 2. The one that often feels scariest, but is maybe the most important.
Step 2, speak every single day, even if you're alone.
Every day. Wow. But that misconception you mentioned, I'll speak when I'm better.
That's the trap. It's fundamentally wrong. You have to speak from the beginning. Speaking is a skill, like playing guitar or riding a bike.
You can't learn just by reading the manual.
Exactly. You got to get on the bike and wobble around. You have to practice doing it.
But what if you're shy or don't have anyone to talk to? Live somewhere English isn't spoken. That's a real barrier for many.
Totally understandable barrier. But good news. You can absolutely practice effectively on your own. Our sources have some great solo practice ideas.
Okay, let's hear them. How can you speak if you're alone?
First, self-talk. Just talk to yourself in English about your day, your plans, what you're thinking. Narrate your actions. Okay, making coffee now, need milk. Sounds silly, maybe, but it works.
Activates the language.
Yes. Second, describe your surroundings. Look around. Say what you see out loud. Blue car, tall tree, windows open. Forces you to find vocabulary in the moment.
Nice.
Third, read aloud. Books, news articles, anything. Get your mouth used to English sounds. Helps with rhythm, pronunciation.
Good physical practice.
Fourth, shadowing again. Listen. Repeat immediately. Bridges listening and speaking directly.
Connects input and output.
And fifth, record yourself. Pick a topic, talk for a few minutes, record it. Then listen back. You'll hear things you want to improve. It's powerful self-feedback.
Those are fantastic, really practical ways to practice solo. But if you can find a partner, does that help more?
It definitely adds another dimension. Partner practice brings in real-time interaction, unpredictability, needing to think on your feet.
Where can people find partners?
Join conversation groups, online or maybe local ones.
Yeah.
Use language exchange apps, find someone who wants to learn your language, you practice English with them. Or consider a tutor on platforms like italki, or apply for more structured practice.
Lots of options there, too.
The main thing is, just speak. More speaking equals more confidence. Don't fear mistakes, just keep the words flowing. Every time you speak, you're building that muscle memory.
Keep the momentum going. Okay, that ties perfectly into step 3, which is about what we're actually saying, the building blocks.
Yeah.
You mentioned not just memorizing single words.
Exactly. Step 3. Learn useful phrases, not just individual words. This is where many learners go wrong with those endless vocabulary lists.
Right, thinking more words equals more fluency.
But it's not that effective.
Yeah.
Focus instead on learning whole phrases, expressions native speakers actually use. It massively reduces that cognitive load we talked about.
Give us another clear example, instead of one word.
Okay, take the word agree, fine. But how do people really agree in conversation? They say things like, I totally agree with you, or that's a really good point, or I see what you mean.
The whole chunk of language.
Yes. Learning these complete units Makes your speech much more natural, much more fluent. You're not trying to piece together grammar word by word. You're using these pre-made chunks.
Like those Lego blocks again.
Yep.
Ready-made.
Exactly. Speeds you up, makes you sound more natural. Your brain recalls the whole phrase, not just the single word.
Sounds much smarter. But how do you find these useful phrases? Where do you look?
Pay attention when you listen. Note down common expressions you hear in podcasts, TV shows, conversations. Pause and write them down.
Be an active collector of phrases.
Yes. Use phrase books or flashcard apps like Anki, but put the whole phrase on the card, not just the word. And then critical step, use them, repeat them, try to slip them into your own speaking practice.
Focus on everyday stuff. Greetings, opinions.
Definitely. Things like, how's it going? Could you give me a hand? Is my opinion. I see your point, but
Yeah.
fluent speakers use these chunks automatically, instinctively.
Building automaticity. Okay. Now, step 4 tackles a huge mental block, the internal process.
Step 4, think in English. Stop translating in your head. This is a game changer. Tough, maybe, but incredibly rewarding.
Why is that internal translation so bad for fluency? We know it's slow.
It's not just slow. English sentence structure, idioms, they're often different from your native language. Direct translation can sound really weird, unnatural, even wrong.
Okay.
And you're always playing catch-up in conversations. By the time you translate, the moment's passed. Leads to awkward pauses.
And kills confidence, I imagine.
Massively.
Yeah.
You hesitate, you doubt yourself constantly. It's a huge barrier to spontaneous speech.
So how do you actually train your brain to stop translating and start thinking directly in English? Sounds like rewiring.
It is a bit like rewiring. Takes conscious effort at first, but gets automatic. Start small, look at an object, think the English word directly. See a chair, think chair, not your native word, then chair.
Simple naming.
Then narrate your day mentally in English. Okay, time for lunch. What should I eat? Simple internal monologue.
Got it.
Immerse your digital life. Change phone language, app languages to English. Use an English dictionary, like Oxford Learners. Understand the word within English. Don't just get a translation.
Builds direct connections.
And write. Daily notes, journal entries in English. Builds the habit of forming thoughts directly in the language. It's tough initially, yes, but stick with it. The result is faster, much more natural speaking.
A vital step for real spontaneity. Okay, that brings us to the final step, step 5, which feels like it ties everything together.
Step 5. Be consistent and enjoy the process. This is the glue, the ultimate key.
Why is consistency so important? Many people start strong, then fade.
Because fluency isn't a quick fix. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Sustained effort over time is what builds it. Lots of learners give up too soon.
So not massive study sessions now and then.
No, small steps every day. That's the magic. Practicing 15-30 minutes daily is way more effective than cramming for hours once a week. It's like compound interest for your brain.
How do you make consistency stick, though? Make it a habit.
Integrate it. Weave English into your routine. Listen on your commute. Speak to yourself while cooking. Find real chances to use it. Order coffee, write an email, join an online discussion. Set small, achievable goals. Talk for 5 minutes today. Learn 3 new phrases.
And celebrate the wins.
Absolutely. Acknowledge your progress. Understood a whole podcast. Watched a movie section without subtitles. Had a decent chat. Celebrate it. Keeps motivation high.
And the enjoyment part. That feels crucial for sticking with it, too.
Totally crucial. If it feels like a chore, you'll quit. View English as a tool for connection, learning, exploring. Find stuff you genuinely like. Listen to music you love. Watch shows that grip you. Read about your hobbies.
Make it fun, not homework.
Exactly. Positive emotions boost learning. If you're having fun, you'll naturally do it more, be more consistent, and fluency will come faster. It becomes an adventure, not a task.
Those 5 steps are a fantastic roadmap. Listen, speak daily, use phrases, think in English, be consistent, and enjoy it. Feels really actionable.
It is. It covers the core actions needed.
But even with a good map, you can take wrong turns, right? Let's talk about common mistakes, the pitfalls that slow people down even when they're trying hard.
Yes, knowing the potential traps is just as important. Helps you avoid them or correct course if you fall into one.
Okay, mistake number 1.
over-focusing on grammar.
Ah, the grammar obsession, getting stuck in the rule books.
Exactly. Spending ages trying to master every single rule before speaking. The problem, it makes you slow, hesitant, anxious about errors. Native speakers don't consciously think about rules when they talk, right?
No, it's automatic.
Because they've internalized patterns through exposure. Worrying constantly about perfection kills fluency.
So the fix, prioritize communication.
Yes. It's okay to make grammar mistakes. Learn grammar more naturally through listening, through speaking, noticing patterns, not just memorizing rules. Practice common sentence structures until they feel automatic.
Learn by doing, not just studying.
Like hearing and saying, "Yesterday I went," enough times that it becomes second nature rather than analyzing past tense conjugation tables.
Got it. What's mistake number 2?
Translating in your head. We talked about how to fix it, but let's reiterate why it's such a big mistake.
Because it's slow, sounds unnatural.
And kills confidence. It's that mental bottleneck stopping spontaneous speech. Direct translation often just doesn't work because languages structure things differently.
So the fix is that active brain training, thinking directly in English.
Yes. Naming objects, mental narration, English dictionary, writing in English, consciously building that direct pathway. It takes effort, but it's fundamental.
Okay. Mistake number 3. Feels related to vocabulary lists again.
It is. Mistake 3. Learning too many words, but not using them.
Memorizing lists, but they don't stick.
Exactly. Or you can't recall them when you need them in conversation. Learning words without actively using them in context is mostly wasted effort for fluency. Fluency comes from using common words well, not just knowing lots of fancy ones passively.
Active vocabulary over passive knowledge.
Precisely. The fix.
Yeah.
Learn words in context, in phrases, in sentences. Then immediately use them. Write with them, speak with them. Prioritize high-frequency words and phrases you'll actually need.
Practical application is key. Okay, mistake number 4 touches on the emotional side again.
Mistake 4. Being afraid of making mistakes.
The fear factor, it's huge.
It paralyzes people. They worry about judgment, about sounding stupid. But if you don't speak because you're scared of errors, how can you possibly improve?
You can.
Mistakes are not failures. They are learning opportunities, data for your brain. Everyone makes them, even natives.
So the fix is a mindset shift. Reframe mistakes as progress.
Absolutely. See them as stepping stones. Focus on getting your message across, not on being 100% perfect. Laugh them off. Keep talking. Confidence over correctness for fluency building.
Powerful. Okay, mistake number 5. Seems like one we might overlook.
Mistake 5. Not practicing listening enough. People focus on reading or writing maybe because it feels safer, but neglect listening.
And the problem there is,
if you don't listen enough, you won't understand real spoken English well. You won't absorb natural pronunciation, rhythm, intonation. Your speaking will suffer because you haven't got enough good input. You can't produce what you haven't internalized.
like trying to sing a song you've barely heard.
Good analogy. The fix. Daily active listening. 10-15 minutes, minimum. Interesting content. Try to understand without subtitles or use English ones. Repeat phrases. Absorb the sound of the language.
Build that auditory foundation, which leads to the final, maybe biggest mistake.
Mistake 6, not speaking enough. This is probably the most common reason people study for years but still can't speak fluently.
Well, that I'll speak when I'm ready trap again.
Exactly. They wait and wait and wait. But speaking is a skill. You only get better by doing it. Confidence comes from practice, not from waiting. You need to activate the production side of your brain.
So the fix is simple. It may be scary. Just start speaking.
Just start today. Now. Even a few sentences. Use self-talk. Find partners, friends, tutors, exchange partners. Join groups. Speaking is the direct path. Don't wait for perfect. Speak to become fluent. Action leads to improvement.
That's crystal clear. Knowing the steps and the pitfalls gives such a solid foundation. Now, let's wrap up with sustaining the journey. Long-term success. Because fluency isn't a finish line, is it?
Not at all. It's ongoing growth. So let's reinforce some key final tips for making this a lifelong successful journey. Tip number 1, be consistent.
Back to consistency, the absolute bedrock. Why hammer this home again?
Because it's where people often stumble long term. It's not about bursts of effort. It's the steady daily rhythm. Small efforts compound over time. Make it a habit, integrate it into your routine. Listen daily, speak daily, read daily. Those small, regular deposits build real fluency.
Make it part of life, not an extra chore. Okay, final tip 2.
Surround yourself with English. Create that immersion bubble wherever you are.
Beyond just active study time.
Yes, make English omnipresent. Change device languages. Watch English media. Listen to music, podcasts. Consciously try to think in English as you go about your day. This passive exposure lets your brain absorb patterns constantly, almost subconsciously. Feed your brain the data.
Let it soak in naturally. Great. Final tip 3.
Find a speaking partner. We know solo practice works, but interaction is invaluable for real-time skills.
That missing link for many.
It often is. Actively seek opportunities. Online groups, local meetups, language exchange apps, or even just consistent self-talk if partners are hard to find. But prioritize interaction if you can.
That connection helps motivation too. Okay, tip 4. Another important mindset piece.
Final tip 4. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Seriously, reiterate this to yourself constantly.
Embrace the imperfection.
Exactly. Reframe errors as lessons. Thank people who correct you. Laugh it off. Prioritize communication. Fear holds you back more than any mistake ever will. Confidence is key.
Excellent reminder. And the last one, final tip 5, sounds like the most enjoyable one.
Final tip 5. Enjoy the process. Learning should be fun. Find ways to make it enjoyable for you.
Because enjoyment fuels motivation and consistency.
Absolutely. Watch movies you love, listen to podcasts on topics that excite you, read books that pull you in, play word games, sing songs, write stories, and celebrate your successes. Every small win keeps you going. If it's fun, you'll stick with it.
Fantastic. So to recap, we've defined true fluency comfort, naturalness, confidence. We've busted myths. We've laid out 5 powerful steps. Listen, speak, use phrases, think in English, be consistent and enjoy. And we've highlighted common mistakes to avoid.
And maybe a final thought to leave you with. Fluency isn't sudden. It's a journey. Like building a strong friendship, it takes time, patience, dedication. The real secret. Just keep going. Consistently. Patiently.
Every fluent speaker started as a beginner, right?
Every single one. Think how kids learn listening, copying, speaking without fear. You can do the same. Believe in yourself. Trust the process. Keep going even when it feels slow.
So the challenge is to take one small step today.
Exactly. Listen for 10 minutes, say a few sentences out loud, learn one new phrase. Just start or keep going.
Remember, you absolutely can do this. Keep practicing. Stay confident you're on the right path. Keep speaking, keep listening, and believe in yourself.
You got this.
Thanks for diving deep with us today. Until next time, happy learning.